Back then, I left without a second thought, severing all ties to the past. Who could have imagined the wheel of fortune would turn? Years later, she transformed herself into a top-tier powerhouse in the business world. What is worse, she used every underhanded tactic to trap me in the prison of marriage. Rumors swirled that I was her most cherished possession. Yet every nightfall, she brought home a different man, publicly trampling my dignity. She craved to see me break, to witness my madness, but I'd long since lost all will to fight. No tears, no tantrums, just a desire to vanish entirely into my study. This lifeless response shattered her defenses. One night, she slammed me against the wall, her rough hands stealing my breath. Gritting her teeth, she demanded, "Why can't you even feel jealousy?" Little did she know my life was nearing its end. While she devised ways to torment me, I counted down the days to my death. On our third wedding anniversary, Claire brazenly took on a male college student as her lover. The boy was named Ryan, his features echoing my own youthful vigor. They'd been entangled for half a year. Even close friends began warning, Claire might be genuinely in love this time. My first confrontation with Ryan happened on my birthday. Waking at dawn, warm blood gushed from my nostrils, staining the sheets crimson ladder. I went to the hospital for test results. The doctor's face was filled with regret. "You likely won't make it through next spring." I smoothed my collar calmly, unafraid of death. I was simply sick of the torment of illness, but the targeted drugs were absurdly expensive, far beyond my means. Driven by some inexplicable impulse, I went to Claire's office, hoping she might help me. In the spacious lounge, I encountered Ryan, who worked as her assistant. His eyes were probing. He turned and whispered to a colleague, "So this is the real husband," he sneered. Skinny as a skeleton, deathly pale, running his fingers over his own face, he smirked. "Everyone says I look like him, but I am clearly way better looking than this old geezer." I turned my head and caught my reflection in the glass. My hair was disheveled, my frame paper thin. I truly looked like some unlucky soul waiting to die. A colleague nearby quickly warned, "Don't get too cocky." Claire once spared no expense for him, but Ryan shrugged it off, striding over with a cup of hot tea, his gaze condescending. He taunted me with a show of bravado. "Claire actually let you wait this long." He declared himself Claire's top priority. Watching him, I suddenly caught a glimpse of my younger self. Over the years, Claire had countless new lovers, yet she was exceptionally generous, only to this Ryan. It seemed she had truly given her heart away this time. Instead of getting angry, I curved my lips into a gentle smile. I met his gaze directly. "If you are so important to her, why remain a secret kept in the shadows?" Then I dropped the bombshell. "You should urge her to divorce quickly, so you can be legitimate." The words instantly struck Ryan's raw nerve. His handsome face flushed crimson, his knuckles cracking as he clenched his fists. He roared in fury, "You worthless piece of trash! What gives you the right to compete with me?" Facing this provocation, I remained utterly unmoved. I would never rage over Claire in this lifetime, nor would I ever feel jealous over her cheap affections. For in that long ordeal, she had long ceased to be worthy of any emotional investment from me. Just as Ryan was thrashing hysterically, his foot slipped. Ryan crashed heavily to the floor, blood instantly splattering across the expensive flooring. At that very moment, the conference room door burst open. Claire, abandoning documents worth billions, rushed toward Ryan with a look of sheer panic. She cradled his bleeding hand with heartache, her brow knotted in worry. Then, her gaze sharpened like blades as she demanded, "Who did this?" I retorted with a cold laugh, "I did, and he deserved it." Ryan, that manipulative coward, seized the moment to confess his love, feigning a death-defying devotion. To my shock, Claire gently stroked his head, her eyes glowing with a light she'd never shown me. This clickbait play was utterly tiresome. My expression blank, I stated, "Claire, I want $50,000. Ironically, the only bond between us, supposedly a legitimate couple, was the act of demanding money. Before, she